What's up, family? Welcome to another live. We're going to wait till more people come in. What's going on? Hope everybody come in tonight. How's everybody doing today? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? Just going to wait till more people come in. Marcus, always there. What's up, Marcus? What's up? What's up? The Marcus is here. Marcus, you are the best. I tell you. Joseph, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? How are everybody doing? Peace and blessings to all of you all. Peace and blessings to everybody. What's up, Joe? Let me see. You wouldn't believe who I was yesterday. Who did you see, Marcus? Who did you see yesterday? I would sure like to know who you saw yesterday. What's up, Joe? What's up? What's up? Easy. Yo, what's up, brother? What's happening? What's happening? You know what, guys? I'm thinking about it all depends on how things are in Colombia. Well, I would like to go to the Barranquilla Carnival in February. I'm doing okay, man. You enjoyed Brazil? That is cool, man. I'm going to have you on the show next Thursday, you and Chris. I'm going to have you all both on the show next Thursday, easy. Marcus, who did you see yesterday? Oh, okay. You say you would be in Brazil in February. Oh, okay. I thought you was in Brazil now. Okay. Yeah, yeah, we can still talk. We can still chop it up. Yeah, we can still do that, brother. Yeah, we can still chop it up, man. We can still chop it up, man. I would love to chop it up with you. Yeah, so I'm gonna have StreamYard back on again next Thursday on the next live. Yeah, I'm thinking about going to the carnival at Colombia, but it all depends on what's going on in Venezuela, man. Venezuela is still hot right now, and we don't know what's going to happen. But I think the end of this year is going to tell what's going to happen in Venezuela. But guess what? I found out that Russia is helping Venezuela. They got the Wagner group that just came in. So Russia is supporting Venezuela. You know what? I know a lot of people say they don't like Maduro, but I think he's a really cool guy, to be completely honest with you. I mean, I don't like him or I don't dislike him. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, Venezuela is a sovereign country. They should be able to decide what's best for them. Just like we have elections here that you may not agree with. You know what I'm saying? But it's only between us. Nobody can come here and change our politics. And I think the same thing goes for Venezuela also. Yeah, but I want to go to the Barranquilla Carnival. Ace usually go every year, and he has a ball. He has a ball. I would like, and then I would get a chance to see my girl, Esther. She lives in Barranquilla. I'm sure she would take me around. We would have a fabulous time in Barranquilla with Esther. And then maybe from Barranquilla, I could fly over to Medellin. You know what I'm saying? Kill two birds with one stone. That's what I would like to do. Marcus, you say you saw somebody. Who did you see? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I think you did. I was checking out the romance tour that you was on, and I saw Miss G. Her profile is still on there. Yeah, I don't know why. Sometimes, Marcus. Okay, Marcus. I'm sorry. I see it. Um, Sometimes those girls' profile. Sometimes Jamie in the agency. Sometimes he don't take those pictures off. It's probably an old picture because the last time I talked to her, she said that she doesn't participate in the romance tour anymore. Yes, it's a good plan. Yeah, yeah, that'd be a good plan. Yeah, yeah. And I could really get some really good content also in the Barranquilla Carnival. But like I said, it all depends on what's going to happen with Venezuela, though. You said book a hotel early. They still may cancel you a week before. Okay. But like I said, hey, what's up, Chris? What's up, Chris? I'm gonna have you easy on the next live on StreamYard. I know you guys say y'all been missing my dramatic music. I know you all say y'all been missing it, you know. Um, so I guarantee, guarantee you that I will have StreamYard up next Thursday, and I'm going to have you, Chris, and I'm going to have Easy on there too. He's going to tell us his story. Okay, Easy said you can enjoy Colombia is very good for pay to yeah, yeah, but you know, you shouldn't go down there for that reason though. I go down there because I love the food, I love the women, the chicas. I just love the environment, you know what I'm saying? Let's see, actually there has been a change on the tour. They called something like Latin profiles. See contact, which means that you don't have to pay to interact with those women with that group. Oh, okay. So Marcus, are you? Let me ask you a question. Are you planning on going to the romance tour? Are you actually planning on signing up for the romance tour, for the Colombian romance tour? If you're going to do it, it's going to be extremely expensive. You said Colombia is not so good country. Why do you say that, Easy? Why is it not such a good country? I have a good time every time I'm there. I have no problems there. I have no problems. I love Colombia. If I could move there today, I would do it. Only thing that I'm worried about right now is the war. Is the war, and they got big guns over there now. Now they got Russia in Venezuela right now defending Maduro. So I don't know what the U.S. is going to do. I don't know if they're going to attack. I don't know what they do, but they got lots of Navy ships out there off the coast. Yeah, but I always wear gear, Marcus. Yeah, I know you have to be careful with the crowds and stuff, but I always wear special gear when I go to Colombia. I wear these zip-up pants. I got this special, what you call those, fanny pack. It's a very compact fanny pack that I use, and it just connects. I put all my important stuff in that fanny pack, and I put my shirt over it. Matter of fact, let me show y'all the fanny pack. Hold on. Yeah, this is the fanny pack right here that I use. Put it around here like this. I use this right here. It has a lot of pockets in it. Put everything in here. Everything goes in there. Has a lot of pockets and stuff in it. This is really cool. So what I do is I put everything over it just like that. Just like that. So nobody's going to pickpocket you. Not like this. They would have to go up in my shirt to do that. Let's see. Yeah, I know you can tuck it under your shirt. Yeah, you tuck it under your shirt. There you go. Hey, I need y'all. That's like over 10 people in the live. Can y'all hit that like button, please, and subscribe? Make sure y'all do that, man. That helps the algorithm. I'm a small channel. I'm trying to grow. When you hit the like button and subscribe, that pushes that algorithm out there. The more you all like, the more YouTube looks at it and say, oh, okay, people like this video, we're going to recommend it, okay? Please do that. I only see one like so far since the live has begun, okay? Ravens versus Dolphins tonight. Who you got? You know what? I got the Ravens, brother. I should be. You know what? It's so hard. How you doing? Oh, Mr. 36, how you doing? It's good to see you, man. Yeah, I got the Ravens, but you know what, man? It's so hard to do content during football season or NBA season. You say, damn. Yeah, I got the Ravens. He said, call me. What's up, Ann? Man, you're a new guy. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel, man. I know y'all came here for the truth, and guess what? You're going to get it. If you are here on this channel for the first time, I'll always bring you the truth. Know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Okay? But yeah, that sounds like a plan. Barranquilla in February for the carnival. Hey, man, that's cool. I'm glad you're here, brother. If you came here for the truth, man, you're going to get the truth, man. Here on this channel, we talk about geopolitics. We talk about traveling. We talk about the manosphere. We talk about dating. We talk about everything on this channel. And nobody have to feel bad. Nobody have to feel like somebody's going to troll you or anything like that. We discuss the truth on this channel. And I'm going to always give you the truth. Okay? And you're going to always get the truth on this channel. But something I want to tell you guys too. Stay off of dating apps and stay off of websites, dating websites. Those are really bad. And there are so many people who are getting scammed on these websites. You know what I'm saying? Because people are not very transparent on those websites. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they'll try to take your money. Yeah, dating apps and websites. I had tried out this website the other day, numbers, scams, bots, everything on there was just wrong. There's people out there trying to take your money. Every person that I've known that's been on those websites haven't ended very well at all. It didn't go well at all. They end up getting scammed or something end up happening or something. And those women, they don't care. They don't care. They do not care, man. They do not care. They would take your money and they would think nothing about it. They would walk away like nothing never happened. Yeah, there was a guy that lost $60,000 in the Dominican Republic. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Booker T? How you doing? Oh, how I met Cookie? Oh, okay. I met Cookie, believe it or not. I told you guys there's a certain way how you date. And I met Cookie on actually how did I meet Cookie? I met Cookie on Facebook. I met her on Facebook. And I told you guys that Facebook is one of the best, probably one of the best um, apps to really talk to females on. I'll be honest with you, because the reason why, you can look and see their profile. You can see their family. You can see who they engage with. Instagram too is another one. Instagram is another one. Well, Facebook is really good though, because one thing about Facebook, what it does is you can see how many times that they're posting information. You see what I'm saying? Like they may post something today, they may post something yesterday, they may post something a week ago or maybe a month ago. You can go look down and look at their history and who they are communicating with. Because believe it or not, I have caught women, I cold busted women on Facebook. Trust me. You remember the girl I told you guys about, that she was texting me, messaging me all day talking about she didn't have no money. She wanted me to send money because she didn't have no food. And she sent me the picture of the empty refrigerator, which is basically a classic photo that they always send you. They do that in the Dominican Republic and they do that in Colombia a lot. Say they don't have no food and they'll send you a empty refrigerator with nothing in it. But let me tell you what happened. So I still didn't send her no money. I still didn't. I didn't do it. I knew it probably had to be some type of scam involved in it. So I didn't do it. But one thing, let me tell you what I saw when I was on her Facebook page. A lot of people tell on themselves. Let me see, Marcus, you said. Yeah, it's true. It depends. Hey, Cody, what's up, man? Hit that like button, subscribe, brother. Good to have you. I'm seeing some new people here today. Yeah, it depends if they let you see it. Yeah. But Cookie did let me see hers. But the girl I was telling you about that sent me those pictures of those empty refrigerators, that empty fridge. Later on that day, she posted a picture of her and her boyfriend at a club. And she was sitting on his lap. I showed you all that photo before. She was sitting on his lap, and the table had champagne, like bottles of champagne, empty bottles, full bottles of champagne on the table. So I'm saying, I was like, wow, you don't look like you're hungry to me. But that's how I met Cookie. I met her on Facebook. And I was able to communicate with her through Messenger. I was able to look at her Facebook page to see what she's posting. And we was going back and forth with each other. Right, if they let you on there. Yeah, you're right. Cody, it's good to see you, sir. Glad you're here, man. Let me see how many likes I got so far. Hey guys, only got 2 likes. Make sure y'all hit that like button. There's 9 people on here, okay? Yes, you're right, Booker T. Yeah. It's either the fool or the sick family member. Yes. Or the dog. Or the dog could be sick. Or the dog could be sick. Yes. Yep. Yep. It's always some type of crisis. Crises. They create these crises. You know what I'm saying? They create these crises. Oh, the dog is sick. My grandfather is in the hospital. Or they be in the hospital. I had one chick on the call and said that she had an accident on her moped or her motorcycle. Said that she was in the hospital. I had one that contacted me, and these not the ones I met, but these just people I talk to on social media. The ones that I meet in Colombia is usually not this way. But there are some that still see your profile and they still try to reach out to you anyway. You say, I don't make sense. Why do these guys go down there like dangerous territories? Cities don't exist. I don't really understand what you're talking about, Marcus, about the cities. I don't understand what you mean by that. Okay, I see 3 likes so far. Keep it. Y'all make sure y'all like that button, man. Please hit that like button. I appreciate it. But Marcus, it all depends on how you move. You know what I'm saying? You can still go down there and still be safe. It's still safe, but you just don't want to bring no unwanted attention on yourself. Okay, guys, there's something I want to share with you guys. There's guys that's still sending money to the Dominican Republic and they're getting scammed. There was a guy that sent $60,000 to the Dominican Republic to a woman that he only knew for 4 weeks. I want you to hear this story. I'd like to share this with you guys. This is called I don't know if you ever heard this channel. It's called the Gringo Files. And he shared this information about people that write him, that tells him about all these mistakes that they make. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to show you a classic mistake that he made that cost him $60,000, a $60,000 scam. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I don't know why they dropped their guard, Marcus. I don't know. And they get scammed very easy. I mean, I'm hearing so many scams. I'm hearing so many scams. And these people are sending loads amount of money down to the Dominican Republic and Colombia and Thailand to these women. And people that really don't even know. Check this out. I want y'all to listen to this.
I wired $60,000 to buy a beach lot in the Dominican Republic with a woman I'd known for 4 months. 48 days later, I watched bulldozers tear through what was supposed to be our future. The woman who helped me find it? She stopped answering her phone. This is the story of how love, loneliness, and terrible duty.
Always remember this. Always remember this. Love loves nobody. There's a song, I think the OJs used to sing. It takes a fool to learn that love loves nobody. And they do not love you. They do not feel the same way that the way that you feel for them.
Diligence cost me everything I had left. I'm Benjamin, 55 years old, retired accountant from Montreal. And before you leave a comment calling me an idiot, trust me, I've already called myself worse. But if you've ever been lonely enough to ignore red flags or trusted someone.
You remember what I talked about a week ago? I talked about how bad loneliness is. No, you're right, Marcus. That's not love, right? But see, what it is that you got so many men. I don't know if they have this fantasy that they're gonna go down to Latin America. They're gonna meet this woman. They're gonna sweep her off her feet, and they're gonna live happily ever after. And they completely just drop their guard, drop their defenses and everything to trust somebody that you don't know, that you only know for 4 weeks, that you talk about that you're going to start a life with.
Because you desperately wanted to believe in something good again, then maybe you'll understand how this happened. And if you're thinking about buying property abroad, or you know someone who is, hit that subscribe button right now. Because the mistakes I made could save you tens of thousands of dollars and months of heartbreak. I'm going to tell you exactly what went wrong and what you need to do differently. Stick around until the end, because I'm sharing the exact due diligence checklist I wish I'd had. Let me take you back to where this started. You know Montreal winters? Not the romantic kind with cozy fireplaces and hot chocolate. The kind where your house makes these creaking sounds in the middle of the night, like it's forgetting you exist, like the walls themselves know you're alone. Bitter divorce. Lost the house in the settlement. My kids, they stopped calling. Or when they did call, they said things I didn't recognize. Words that felt like they were reading from a script someone else had written about a father I didn't know I'd become. So I sold what I could, packed 2 suitcases, bought a one-way ticket to Punta Cana.
See, he's lonely. He said even his kids didn't want to talk to him. So what he did was he looked to go overseas to Punta Cana. Let me see, did you hear that the guy who was robbed of 100K saw the woman in Tinder recently? Yeah. I mean, I just don't. I mean, what I'm trying to get you guys to understand is that how can you send hundreds of thousands of dollars to somebody that you don't even know? I mean, if you feel that lonely, then you need to get some counseling. Yeah, I need $500. You're right. Hey, how you doing, J60? Some of you guys are new. Please like and subscribe. Everybody in this comment section, in this live stream, do a favor for Tony Rome. Hit the like button and subscribe, okay? YouTube is like a tree. It's like each time that you like the video, it's like pouring water over a plant and you're giving the sunshine for it to grow. Okay? Please do that for me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Jesus help me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need $500,000 too. I need your help too. Absolutely. Sure enough. But this is what happens, man. This happens a lot. This is not something that happens every now and then. I mean, this is a common thing that men are traveling to these countries, to Thailand, Brazil, Dominican Republic, Colombia. They meet a girl for 4 weeks. They fall in love. Oh, I'm in love. I'm in love. And then the person coerces them, say, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we're going to buy a house together. 4 weeks is no time to know who somebody is. It's not. You don't know anybody in 4 weeks. Watch this.
I told everyone, and myself, that I was starting over, that this was about adventure, about reclaiming my life. But here's the truth I couldn't admit then. I just didn't want to be cold anymore. Not weather cold, soul cold. The kind of cold that comes from eating dinner alone and realizing you've forgotten.
See, there he goes again. He's talking about being alone. And I'm not talking about this guy. But I hear this thing over and over and over again about they're afraid to be alone. Oh, I'm alone. Oh, I'm in the cold. It's winter here. I'm in Montreal. Oh my God, it's so cold here. You know, I'm living by myself. You got to know how to live alone by yourself. J60, good to have you, sir. Oh, you from Nepal? Okay, okay. Let me see. Let me see what Chris says. Did you hear about the recent? Yeah, the drug raid in Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, let me see. By hurting innocent civilians at the mall, supposed to be big of some biggest crackdowns. Yeah, matter of fact, Mary Jane, the YouTuber Mary Jane was there when it happened. I don't know if she was there around that area in which they had the raid, but Mary Jane, she talked about that on her channel. And one of my goals is to have her on my channel, do a live with Mary Jane. Yeah, you have to walk by yourself sometimes. Yes, you do. Yeah. Yeah, they don't watch my videos, no, because I don't have females and people twerking and all that stuff. I give you guys the truth. If you know the truth shall set you free. Okay? I'm going to always give you the truth about travel. I'm going to always give you the truth what to do, what not to do. Just like I'm giving you what's going on with this guy. Okay, he kept talking. I talked about this 2 weeks ago about loneliness, the danger of loneliness. And guys, you got men are so lonely that they are willing. These people are willing to sell their house. They hold everything that they work for. You know what I'm saying? Just to get some good cat in Colombia or the Dominican Republic. It's not worth it.
How to talk to yourself. Third night in Punta Cana. I'm sitting at this small outdoor restaurant. Plastic chairs, concrete floor, Christmas lights strung between posts, even though it was April. There's a band setting up in the corner, spending more time tuning their guitars than actually playing. And then I hear this laugh. Not polite laughter. Real laughter. The kind that makes other people smile even when they don't know the joke. She's at a corner table with 3 friends, and her hands are moving while she talks, these silver bracelets catching the light every time she gestures.
Okay, here we go.
I'm trying to order food, and the waiter's looking at me like I'm speaking Martian. Because essentially, I was. My Spanish was garbage. limited to cerveza and gracias and not much else in between. That's the moment it hit me. I was completely helpless without the language. Couldn't even order dinner on my own.
And I'll advise you guys, if you ever go to a Latin American country like Colombia, the Dominican Republic, please learn some Spanish. Spanish would take you a very long ways. It keep people from taking advantage of you. You know what I'm saying? You can understand what they're saying about you. You can communicate with the chicas more effectively. Because when I was with Cookie down in Colombia, we were going to malls and stuff together, and I didn't have no translation app to talk to her. I had to rely on the Spanish that I already knew to be able to communicate with her, to understand what she was saying. Because you could be in a situation that your phone, the translation, the Google Translate, you don't want to be in a foreign country like Colombia or the DR, which you always got to pull out your translation app every time. You don't want to do that because they could take advantage of you.
She notices, gets up from her table, walks over. "You need help?" she says in English, smiling, but not in that pitying way.
And see, that's the number one. That's the number one red flag right there. Hold on for a minute. I'm gonna get something to drink. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna tell y'all the mistake he just made just a minute ago. Okay. The first mistake that he made is when a woman approach you that you don't know, that's a red flag. Because normally women don't really approach men. That was the first mistake that he made then. When she left her table and went over there and talked to him, now there's nothing wrong with a woman being friendly, saying, hello, how you doing, like that. But that's when the antennas just start going up. Why did she just focus on me? What was it about me that made her come from all the way from over there to over here? See, that's the games that they play. It's a mind game.
Just friendly. Joanna, she introduces herself, bilingual, single mom, 2 kids. She helps me order without getting charged the tourist price, and trust me, there is a tourist price for everything. I buy a round of beers for her table as a thank you. We trade phone numbers the way people do when they actually plan to keep talking. Looking back now, if I'd spent even 10 minutes a day learning real Spanish before that trip, not just tourist phrases, but actual conversation, maybe I would have caught things earlier. Maybe I would have understood what people...
You heard what he said? How important Spanish was? He said if he would have knew Spanish, it would have helped him from making all the mistakes that he was making. That's why I highly recommend is please learn Spanish before you visit any. I'm not saying you have to know Spanish fluently or speak it fluently, but just know basic Spanish. Basic Spanish. Like you say, hello, how you doing? Good morning. Do you want to get something to eat? Where you want to go? You know what I'm saying? But he didn't even know that. The only 2 words he said he knew was gracias and cervezas. That was it. That's all he knew. And what they do is they use that to their advantage because they know that you don't know the language.
Aren't saying, I've linked some tools in the description that I use now. I just wish I'd known about them sooner. Would you have seen the warning signs then? Or would
Yes.
you have just felt grateful that someone noticed you? It didn't turn into a movie romance. It turned into something quieter. Something that felt more real because it was made of small things. She'd knock twice on my apartment door, then call out soft, "Hola." She cooked, the smell of garlic and cilantro filling that small.
She's already at your house cooking. Already. You really don't know nothing about this lady. You just met this lady, and she knocks on your door, and she starts cooking. Wow. See, that's the game. It's all nothing but a game. It's all mental. All of it. It's just mental. That's all it is.
Kitchen, her humming along to bachata on her phone. She cleaned because, as she put it, you don't understand tropical dust. And she was right. That dust gets everywhere. Inside cabinets, behind picture frames, coating your lungs if you're not careful. I washed dishes, learned how to cut a mango without bleeding all over the cutting board. It took 3 tries. Fridays we'd walk to the Colmado, the corner store, for cold beers. We'd sit on the steps and watch the neighborhood talk to itself. Kids.
See, he's in that la la land again. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. He's in that la la land. Oh, we did this together. We did this, and and you know what? I understand what he's talking about because I felt the same way with Cookie. I felt the same way. We was in la la land. We was going shopping, but at the same time, I didn't 100% trust her. I never left my drink unattended. I never left money on the counter. I never left my expensive phones out or anything like that. I didn't leave my wallet or credit cards. I'm not now. Do I think that she may have done anything to try to take anything? I don't think so. But you can't trust nobody. You can't. Because if they have this small opportunity, they will take advantage of you. And see, he's talking about, oh, she did this. My apartment was dusty, and she takes the cloth and she wipes it down, and all that type of stuff. All that type of stuff is in La La. His mind is in La La Land. He's in a fantasy that he's creating that he wants to see. Let me see, Marcus. You're right, Marcus. All the entertainment, okay, you say women don't usually approach men first unless they are celebrities or really like them like a crush. Yeah, but it's very rare though. I mean, average looking guy, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just an average looking guy. And more than likely, no woman's probably going to approach me. It's not going to happen. And most of us on here are probably just average looking too. Unless you some really like, there's one guy I did see on YouTube. It was a tall black dude. I don't see him doing many YouTube shorts anymore. But he used to play basketball. He was built. He was about 6'7", 6. He was real tall, real tall. And he had like braids, real put together type of brother. And women really like this guy. I mean, they really like, because I guess his features, he had very unusual features. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes that could happen that you're such a good looking guy or whoever you are, they meant, but to be honest with you, normally that doesn't happen. If you in Colombia and Medellin and Provenza and you have a super fine 11 or 12 female to approach you, that's a red flag, like right there. Especially if it's two. If it's two, no. Mm-mm. No, something's up. Your spider senses should be going off right then and there.
women calling to each other from windows. Saturdays, we tried bachata dancing, colored lights pulsing. Too many people pressed into a space meant for half that many. Me stepping on her feet, grinning like an idiot while she laughed into my shoulder, her breath warm against my neck. Sundays, the market. Pineapples stacked like golden pyramids. Vendors calling.
And see, that's what they good. That's what they're really good at. They're really good at giving you that boyfriend and girlfriend experience. That's what she was doing. She was giving him something that he longed for, that he didn't have while he was in Montreal. Now I'm thinking that he's from Canada, Montreal, Canada, from wherever he came from. And she was giving him that girlfriend. And one thing about Latin America, those girls, they're good at that. They are very good of giving you that girlfriend and boyfriend experience. And you got to put all that out of your mind. You got to put all that out of your mind, that this is only just an illusion that she stands behind to hide. Remember the video? Remember that quote that I played for you guys? That illusion in which she hides behind to hide her true motive.
Her name, Joanna Mira Esto. She'd haggle in rapid Spanish I couldn't follow, then turn to me and translate the highlights. Week 3, I met her kids, boy and girl, uniforms pressed and tidy.
They would go that far. They would go that far to let you see the kids. Those probably wasn't her real kids. Some of these people, they're con artists. They're very crafty of creating this picture of this illusion that they want you to see, just to be able to get what they want out of you.
Buenas tardes, senor, they said, looking at their shoes. I brought them notebooks for school. Nice ones, the kind with thick paper. School is expensive, Joanna said, with this smile that wasn't quite a smile. More like an acknowledgement. That's just life. Trust didn't arrive all at once. It accumulated. Her I arrive text, so I wouldn't worry when she was running late. A spare toothbrush appearing next to mine in the bathroom. The way she'd reach for...
All that is lies. Lies, 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 lies. She's throwing them those images again. You see what I'm saying? She's throwing those images, but she hides behind the images to hide her true motive. If you destroy the image, you break the enemy. Always remember that. Always remember that.
My hand without looking when we walked. One night, lying in bed with the fan clicking overhead, she said it soft a secret. I want a quiet place someday, maybe near the sea. And here's where I want you to pause and ask yourself, when the person you're falling in love with says, let's build a life here, do you ask for a map and a lawyer, or do you ask for the contractor's number? Her friend Santiago knew about land.
There you
Another
go.
friend worked in permit.
He should have left right then and there. Talking about buying land? Talking about buying land? You only know her for 4 weeks. Why are you talking about buying land in the Dominican Republic? You don't even know who she is in 4 weeks. Oh, I can imagine us being together, on this land together, and we're gonna live off the beach. She's creating the illusion again. That's what she's doing. She's creating that illusion. And the men are falling for it. The men are falling. And this story that I'm sharing with you, this is not the first story. This happens all the time. $60,000? $60,000? Most of us in our lifetime will probably never see $60,000. Let me tell you something. I'm 61 years old. I've been working since I was 17, and I have never seen $60,000 sitting in my account. Never. I have never seen $60,000. I mean, you know how long it takes to accumulate $60,000? And you give it all away just in 4 weeks to somebody that you don't even know? The first thing when she started talking about that beach house, where he should have told her, you know what, get the hell out of here. Goodbye. No, he should have said that. What I would have done if I was him. I'm not calling. I'm not. I'm really happy that he's talking about this. What I would have done was quietly pack my suitcases when she wasn't there, and I would have took off. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I would have did that. Wow, you say Arizona, you have 50,000 K in your hand. I have never saw that much money before. I had maybe 20,000 maybe, but not no 60,000. He let you know what Arizona. He let the girl do everything for him. She's fat. I mean, 4 weeks. I mean, you're talking about 4 weeks for. I mean, oh my God, oh my God. And this happens a lot. It happens in the Philippines. It happens everywhere. These men are just throwing away their retirement. And what they do, what's so bad about it, they sell their house, they sell everything, and get a one-way ticket to Thailand or the Dominican Republic or Colombia. One-way ticket. So they plan on going there and not coming back. But watch what happens.
Or so they said. They drove us out to see a property, 40 minutes from the city, dirt roads that made my rental car scream for mercy. And then, there it was, sandy parcel near the coast. The sky was doing that thing.
Yes, it's not easy for most of us to accumulate that. No, that's what I'm saying. No. And most of us in our lifetime we probably won't see $60,000, especially nowadays. And let me tell you something, what he did was very dangerous. And let me see, 4 weeks, some people can't even arrange things in a day. You did it all. He did it all in 4 weeks, a month. He knew this girl only a month. Yes, Thailand, Philippines, the words for giving up life. Yeah, they give up their whole life. I mean, there is no cat that's that good that I'm going to give up $60,000. Ain't no cat that good that a female will have me giving up $60,000. I don't understand, but it's that illusion, that loneliness that men carry around, and they would do anything to fulfill that loneliness. I talked about this 2 weeks ago. And I keep getting notifications from different places. People send me emails and Instagrams and stuff about people just losing their whole entire retirement savings over a female. Yeah, you're right, Arizona. Thailand and Philippines is the worst for giving up life. Yes, they are. And Marcus said, and there also no loyalty. And their relationship is based on trying, yep, no loyalty at all.
Where it looks photoshopped, too blue to be real. Waves arguing with the
So he's
shore,
talking. So he's
that
talking about right
constant
now.
back and forth.
So he said right now we talk about that piece of land that they're taking them to, where this house or whatever going to be built on. So they sell him the image again, the illusion. They give him another illusion. And you remember what I told you guys? Remember what I told you all? I said there's a difference between illusion and delusion. A delusion and an illusion. Illusion is something that they give you, like what this woman is doing right now. She's constantly giving them illusions, images, like the beach, with the water and the waves washing up. Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine us living here next to the waves in this nice, beautiful land? Giving him paradise, palm trees everywhere, blue sky, blue ocean. But like I told you, she hides behind the illusion to hide her true motives. She's hiding her true motives. So she keeps giving him the image, the illusion. But what's the difference between illusion and delusion? She was giving him the illusion and he was becoming delusional. Delusion is when you actually believe in the illusions. That's what's going on in this picture. He's believing the illusions. In his mind, he's recreating this fantasy world, how the DR is going to be with this woman. In her mind, in his mind, he's thinking, oh, it's going to be like this, it's going to be like this. And he's writing everything in his mind what he wants it to be. And what she's doing is she's confirming that. Let me see. And there also no loyalty. Okay, we talk about that. In Asia, a foreign man can't have his own name on most of the Latin American countries you can. So there is no reason not to cover yourself there. He didn't cover himself at all. But watch what happens. Watch what happens.
Percussion. The real estate agent spoke fast, really fast. That rapid-fire Spanish that sounds like a single word stretched into a paragraph. Joanna translated slower, more carefully. He says it's clean. The title is good. Permits are in process. Price goes up next month.
Hey guys, I see 10 people in the chat. Hey, make sure y'all, I only see 4 likes. Make sure y'all hit the like button, okay? Please, please, please. Let's take a moment before we begin again. Hit that like button. Because that helps so much in the algorithm on YouTube. I didn't realize how much it really helps, but it helps a lot. The more you like it, the more YouTube says, "Oh wow, we gonna recommend this video. We're gonna send this video out. We're gonna do that." So please, man, I would really appreciate that. Okay, so let's take a moment to do that. Let's do it. 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's continue.
They showed me documents, stamps, signatures, official-looking seals. A lot number that read like destiny. PL28.
All that was fake. The fake documents. See, what he messed up as, what he messed up, he should have hired a American lawyer, a real estate lawyer. He trusted everything that this woman told him. He trusted everything. He trusted everything that came out of her mouth. And everything that came out of her mouth was a lie. That's the number one big mistake that he made. And I'm not trolling this guy. I'm not gonna call him stupid or anything like that. But these are very, very serious mistakes that when you get caught up into your own fantasy, you know what I'm saying, unrealistic world, these are the type of mistakes these are the type of things that you become very passive. She had him hypnotized. So he was just very passive. Whatever she says, whatever she does, with all the people that she knows, he just went for that.
47B. 60,000 to hold it, the agent said, switching to English for the number. We can build before high season starts. I heard we. That word hooked into my chest and pulled. I asked a few questions,
Yeah, I know.
the kind an accountant asks out of habit.
Yeah, but this guy, the Gringo Files, this is it's not actually him. He's actually telling a story of what happened to someone else. You know what I'm saying? This is a story that happens. It's a channel that talks about over and over again. I hear channels like this, the other channels out there that people send me notifications, and this is just a story of how so many people get scammed and conned, and they go to these foreign countries like the Dominican Republic or Colombia, and they think they have this fantasy or this dream or that, oh, I'm gonna fall in love and I'm gonna meet me a Colombian girl or a Dominican girl that's gonna do this and make my dreams. It's like you going down there to rescue her, and she's gonna reciprocate by giving you what you want. That's the mistake that they make when they do this.
But here's what I didn't do. I didn't bring my own lawyer. I didn't
See,
verify anything independently. I didn't pull the parcel map from the...
he didn't verify nothing. He didn't verify that. He left everything to that female to do everything. And she's just sitting there just laughing. But that was very dangerous what he did, because I'm going to tell you the reason why, how dangerous that was. I believe the same thing happened to that guy, what's his name? When he tried to buy that restaurant. God, what is his name? It slipped my mind again. What's the guy, that restaurant that he was unalive in Barricade? What's his name? What is his name? Timothy Reed. Timothy Reed. Timothy Reed. I know that he was set up. And they could have done the same thing to him, because the danger part of it, let's say if he would have backed out the deal and he wasn't going to wire the $60,000, they could have kidnapped him and took him somewhere and made him send the $60,000. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, like I said, this channel always going to give you the truth. Know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I'm going to tell y'all this again. Please, I hope, how many people we got in the chat right now? I'm going to tell you guys this is the truth. Please listen to this. Never, 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 when you go to a foreign country, tell anybody how much money you got, what you do for a living, or that you're going to spend a certain amount of money, like $60,000 or $100,000. That could get you kidnapped and get you unalive. Never tell them that. Never. Never, 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 never tell them nothing. If they ask me what I do for a living, I say I shovel snow. I'm a content creator. You will never see me go to Medellin. And believe me, I got good friends there. I got good friends in Colombia. I got good friends, good people. But I would never go down there bragging that I got $100,000 floating around down there in Colombia. You got people who can't even eat. There's people down there that haven't ate in days. They will see you as a fat pig ready for the slaughter. You never go to the Dominican Republic talking about you got $60,000. When I go, let me tell you something. Every single time I go down there broke. I'm broke. I wear stuff like this. I don't wear nothing that make them think that I got anything. Let me see. Yeah, Reed made a lot of mistakes. Yeah, he made mistakes. And his transaction was over $200,000. That's how much he was paying for the restaurant. In the middle of a pandemic in Colombia, in one of the most poorest neighborhoods in Barranquilla, and they see you got $200,000. Yeah, yeah, they go to the top to get their money. So personally, they could have taken him somewhere. If he, let's say, if he would have backed out, said, "Nah, you know what? He may have caught on to what she was doing or something." Then they may have collaborated something to kidnap him and put a gun to his head and said, "We want that $60,000." Because that's when people get desperate. Um, what do you mean, Arizona? How long I'm staying? You talking about the carnival? I'm thinking about going to the carnival next year. You can be, like I said, Arizona. Like I tell everybody, it all depends on how you move down there. You can still have a good time. You just keep your mouth shut. I get in the taxi. Well, I get into Ubers and stuff. I don't be talking to Uber. Oh wow, I'm a lawyer. I'm a real estate. I'm this, I'm that. That's when you bring that type of attention to yourself. That's when you get into trouble. And the people and the resort that I stay in Medellin, those people are nice, but I'm not going to tell them I got $100,000. I'm not going to tell nobody I got $100,000 that I'm rich. I'm a millionaire. I'm a doctor and I make six figures and all this type of stuff. That brings wrong attention to yourself, especially when you go into a country when there's a very high rate of poverty. You never do that. That could have happened to this guy. See, the guy from Atlanta that passed away in Barranquilla situation probably overpaid to try to qualify for an investor visa, but obviously did not spend enough time in Colombia to do market research. Yeah, yeah, he passed away in Barranquilla. Yeah, yeah, that was sad. That whole thing was a setup, man. And he was assassinated. Because you never know who could have been involved in that.
municipal office myself. Why not? Because Joanna's friend vouched for it. Because the documents looked official. Because I wanted to believe that this time, finally, something was going my way. 3 days later,
Wait a minute, hold on. You said, Cedric, is that you? Oh, man, come on. I haven't heard nobody call me that in a long time. He says, what's your name? This guy over here his name is Vince Jackson. Cedric the Entertainer. No, I'm not Cedric the Entertainer. No, I'm not. Somebody called me that a long time ago. No, I'm not Cedric the Entertainer. What's up, Vince Jackson? Like and subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate it. Let me see. Okay, we got 5 likes so far. Okay, I need more likes, guys. Come on. That's 11 people, 13 people on here, man.
Hired $60,000. Everything I had left after the divorce. For a while, God, for a beautiful while, bad choices paid dividends. We took sunset photos standing on our land, drew floor plans on napkins at restaurants. Kitchen here, she said, tapping the paper with her pen, and a room for each of the kids, with windows facing the water. I slept like a man with a future again.
Wow, she wrote everything on napkins on how the place is going to look. See, he's in that la la land. He's sleep. He's sleep. He's dreaming. And she's just filling in the gaps. And he's believing it.
You know that feeling? When your brain finally stops running through worst-case scenarios at 3 in the morning? When you wake up and your first thought isn't dread? I had that for 48 days. The letter came on a Tuesday. Municipal notice.
All right, here we go.
Spanish so dense it looked like a wall of text.
Here comes the
I read
scam.
it through my phone's translator, but legal Spanish is its own language.
Okay, pay attention to the scam. Here comes the big scam.
One line stood out, one line that made my hands start shaking. Your parcel is inside
Let me see, what were you saying? Let me see, hold on. Did you catch what I was saying before? I meant don't tell people in foreign countries how long you are staying when they ask. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Because I've been talking about going to Barranquilla for the carnival. I thought maybe you was asking about that. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you never tell them that. No. You keep it a secret. Absolutely, Arizona. Absolutely.
land, inalienable, not buildable. Translation: you cannot own it. You cannot build on it. It was never really for sale in the first place. I brought it to Joanna. My hands were still shaking when I handed it to her.
Wow.
She read it once.
You hear that? He got to notice that the land, that he didn't own it, it never existed, and it was totally fake. It was totally fake. So he gives it to the woman that scammed him. And watch how she reacts to it.
Twice, 3 times. Her silver bracelets didn't make a sound. She'd gone completely still. They make mistakes, she finally said. My friend will fix it. Santiago stopped answering his phone.
You know why she was completely still? Because she was excited about getting your $60,000. The scam worked. She got you. She got you. No, she's not an architect. Nope. She catfished him good. And she said that she was still, because she was excited that she got $60,000 in her account. Her and her boy. Because see, you know what? Let me tell you something else too, that you guys should know, that you have to be careful of. Some of these women, let me see. Make sure y'all like, okay? I only got 5 likes, man. Come on, guys. Help me out, man. Please. We got 13 people in the live and only got 5 likes. Please hit that like button, man. It only takes but a second to do it. I appreciate it, man. It helps the channel a lot. Okay. Let me see. Yep.
The agent sent a voice note. Tranquilo, Benjamin. Tranquilo. Misunderstandings happen. Tranquilo. Stay calm. That's what
tranquilo means. It means stay calm. So he just lost $60,000. The only thing they're telling him is to be calm. Oh, this is what I want to tell you that you have to be careful of. And I'm not saying everybody's like this. I'm not saying everybody in the DR or Colombia or Thailand this way, but this thing happens a lot. I'm going to tell you something else that you don't know, that you should know. The women that usually do stuff like this are in relationships with a man. And usually the man is in cahoots with his girlfriend. They will allow their own girlfriends to sleep with you. They will allow it. This is how far it will go. He will allow you to smash his girlfriend just to get what they want out of you. And that's what this woman did. So as soon as the money is wired to where it is it went, her and her boyfriend is going to take off in the sunset. And they have absolutely no remorse for you. No remorse. Speaking of money, are you going to tell us that the stock you invest in, or would that be another show? Well, I'm going to tell you this, Chris. If I get more support on this channel, I will do more about the stock market. Okay? If y'all want me to do things on the stock market, get back on StreamYard and put those graphs up like I used to do, because I just wasn't getting no support on the stuff that I would do. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, StreamYard, when I used to do the content on StreamYard, it takes days to put that stuff together. And then sometimes I would do a whole thing on economics and everything. Nobody's there. Sometimes I might get 30 or 40 views on something that took me 3 or 4 or 5 days to create. I got to have the support on the channel. I would love to do more things show you guys about economics. Matter of fact, before I get off this live, I got something about the government shutdown I want to share with you all. After I end this. Marcus, and they stay in contact with their, yeah, they live together. Yeah. Yeah, they live together. Yeah, you need a lie detector test, yeah. But some of these women are so crafty, they will beat the lie detector test. So you guys let me know, okay, this is what we'll do. Let me know on Instagram, did y'all want me to do the economic collapse and talk about stocks and talk about dividends, about what stuff that we can invest in together? Okay? I invest on Robinhood. I trade on Robinhood. That's what I do. And you'll sign up for Robinhood, and we'll start you off a portfolio. And for every week I come on here, we'll show how much dividends, how good the stock is. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. I would love to do that on this channel, but I don't get enough support on this channel. Everybody wants to see gossip and, all that type of stuff. This channel is based on the truth. But I had a female on here before with you guys. I was in Colombia 3 weeks ago. Okay? And the live that I did with Cookie, I got a lot of bad reviews about that live. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to put any more females on my channel anymore. I'm not going to do it. Because it's like every single time I record a party or something done with two chicas or whatever, people just get the wrong idea. Like, oh my God, she's too young for you. How old is she? She's only 17. Stuff like that, man. Stuff like that. And I got so much flack on the last live I did with Cookie. Matter of fact, that live is, if you look at my playlist, it's on the playlist. As soon as I come back to America, people say, "Who's that girl you had in the bed with you?" And all this. You look like you're taking a. I just say, forget it. I just say, forget it. I love you all too. Love you too. Jesus Christ, that's right. Hey, what's up? What's up? 72. Theodore, you right? Good to see you, brother. What's up? What's up? What's up? 313. Good to see you too, sir. Just track Congress members to see where they are investing and you won't go wrong. Absolutely, yeah. But I have my own portfolio which is doing extremely well. And I would love to share with y'all. But I gotta have, the support on the channel for me to be able to do this type of stuff, Okay, I see 6 likes. Let's get it up to 10, guys. Let's get up to 12 likes, man. Come on, let's do it. We can do it, man. We halfway there. Just take time, hit that like button, subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. Let me see. Let's finish this up.
I tell you when they're hoping you'll stay confused long enough to disappear. The next morning, I drove back to the property. I heard engines where service would be. Bulldozers, not building, clearing. Yellow blades pushing through scrub and sand, and the imaginary kitchen I'd drawn on a napkin. There was tape on posts, another notice sealed in plastic. My chest went tight in that way middle-aged men call just aging until it becomes something worse. That night I texted Joanna, "Did you know?" 3 dots appeared. Disappeared.
She disappeared. Joanna is gone. As soon as that $60,000 was wired, Joanna is gone. $60,000 disappeared. And guess what? Her and her boyfriend are partying. They're partying. Probably got a bottle of champagne. He probably smashing the mess out of his girlfriend. Off of your money. Off of your hard money. Gone. $60,000 from his divorce settlement. Gone. Blink of an eye. Because he had an illusion. No, he was told an illusion and he was living a delusion.
Appeared again. I didn't know. I'm with the kids. And that's the question that kept me awake.
There she goes.
Was she in on it?
Yeah.
Or did she love me and
nope,
get
she
used
didn't
by
love
Santiago and the agent? Promised a commission she never saw?
She never loved you.
And this is the one that hurts most. Did she love the idea of me and what I could provide, and
Nope,
convinced
she didn't
herself
love you
the
at
deal was
all.
legitimate because she wanted it to be true? Maybe all three, maybe none.
Barbara,
But
how
I
are
guess where
you?
most stories actually live.
How you doing, Barbara? I'm just sharing the story of a man lost $60,000. He lost $60,000 on a dream, on the illusion. And I bet you her and her boyfriend right now is sitting back drinking champagne, enjoying the sunset off of your money. Good to see you, Barbara. How are you? It's always good to see you. One of these days, I'm going to have you on my channel, okay? Yeah, another scam. These men are going down there and they are getting scammed in the Dominican Republic and Colombia and Thailand, Brazil, all these places. They look at these women, they just totally forget everything. Just let their whole defenses down and put themselves in harm's way too. Yeah, really, another scam. Yep. Yep. That's sad because they have, what I'm trying to tell you, guys, is that they have no remorse for what they do. You probably sit there and think like, man, do they have a conscience? You just scam somebody out of $60,000? Nope. 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 And nope.
Person you trusted most becomes the person you'll never really understand. I packed in a day. Everything I owned back into 2 suitcases, like I'd never unpacked at all.
You should have did that the first time. You should have did that when she asked you that you wanted to buy that house together, that beach house, wherever y'all supposed to be doing together. That's when you should have left right then and there. Pick things up. That's what I would have did. I've been like, oh, I gotta go. I got something to do. Because now you become a target. When you're talking about that you have access to $60,000, you become a target for kidnapping. You say, where am I streaming from? I'm streaming from the United States, Michigan. Yeah.
Moved to the other end of the city, far from that restaurant, far from her knock that had started to sound like home. New building, no view. Good neighbors who nod but don't ask questions. A ceiling fan that clacked until I climbed on a chair and taught it to stop. I needed new streets so the old ones couldn't find me. So I couldn't walk past the Colmado where we bought beers. Couldn't accidentally see the market where vendors knew her name. I hired a lawyer. He talked like a man bailing a boat with a teacup, slow, methodical, and ultimately futile. Protected means protected, he said, spreading his hands. This isn't fixable with a phone call. Maybe we could recover something if the contract explicitly guaranteed buildability. Maybe. If. Those lawyer words that mean probably not. I filed a complaint, wire receipt, contract, lot number. The notice scanned clean. The bank taught me exactly how far the word irrevocable can travel without moving an inch. So here's what I need you to hear, especially if you're thinking about doing anything like this. I didn't run back to Montreal. The cold is still there. My ex-wife is still there. The house that forgot my name is still there. Now I walk every morning, buy coffee from a man who calls me Jefe without irony. On Sundays, I still text my kids. Sometimes they answer with more than one word. Weather isn't an argument you can win. It's a fact you live beside. But this isn't a story about don't fall in love. This is about don't let love sign for you.
Remember, I'm going to tell y'all some more good advice. Always remember, I want you guys to do this before you go to bed tonight. I want you all to listen to this song. You know what? I didn't even get into the government shutdown. I'm going to get into the government shutdown now. Hold on. There's a song that's called It Takes a Fool to Learn That Love Loves Nobody. Listen to this song. It's by the OJs. It's an old song. Okay? When I get off this live, I want you all to go on YouTube, type in the OJs. The name of the song is called It Takes a Fool to Learn That Love Loves Nobody. Listen to the lyrics of the song. Love loves nobody. If you remember that, you'll be indispensable. I got one more thing. I want to share something with you guys. I got to talk about this. But what happened with this guy, he didn't get his money back. The lawyer couldn't do nothing for him. So he got scammed out of $60,000. And he never got it back. Never got nothing back. Girl disappeared. He didn't get nothing back. Yep. Well, listen to that song. What I'm telling y'all, it takes a fool to learn that love don't love nobody. But before I go, I just want to tell you guys that you got to prepare for the future. You know what I'm saying? The government shutdown is hurting a lot of people. And this November is going to be a very unusual November. I got to talk about this before I go. But please stay with me because this is very important what I'm going to tell you. SNAP, the people that get food assistance at SNAP will not be getting it in November. They will not be getting SNAP in November. So there's going to be a lot, it's going to be like 1.4 million people that's not going to get food assistance. Because you know what? I've been talking about the economic collapse. I've been talking about this for months and months and months and months on all my videos. I tell you guys to prepare for what's to come, okay? Don't get caught out here unprepared. Because a lot of people is about to get, they're going to have a rude awakening that's getting ready to happen. Now, there was a guy, which is sad, that he worked for the military. And he lost everything because of the government shutdown. And from where it looks like, there's no end to this. We don't know when the government shutdown is going to come back. They might try to fund the government for maybe a few months or so. They might come up with something like that. Yes, yes, absolutely, Chris. Yes, I've said that. I've said that. Now I want y'all to listen to this guy. What happened to him? I'm going to just briefly share this with you. Just 1 second here. I want to share this with you all.
To Washington Bureau as the government shutdown approaches a fifth week. Pressure ramping up on lawmakers to reopen the government. Washington correspondent Kristen Eskow joins us live with the latest. And Kristen, food assistance remains in jeopardy. What more can you tell us about that?
That's right, David. Good morning. So the U.S. Department of Agriculture does not plan to use a contingency fund for SNAP benefits. So that means at this point, those benefits will not go out come November. But
See, remember I told you? Those benefits is not going to come out in November. So there's a lot of people's not going to have a Thanksgiving. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I have never seen anything like this before in my whole entire life. But I've been preaching about this for months. Let you all know what is to come.
that's not the only pressure point lawmakers are facing right now. A federal workers union is now speaking out as those employees continue to go without paychecks. The nation's largest union of federal workers says it's time for the shutdown to end. The American Federation of Government Employees, which represents more than 800,000 people, says Congress needs to pass a short-term funding bill immediately.
That bill, with 5 courageous Democrats stepping forward and helping us pass it, could be on the president's desk, signed into law, and this government reopens.
But you know what's really sad about this? Congress and all them, they still get their money. They still get theirs, but everybody else don't get theirs. And then another thing is that the airports are suffering. The airports are suffering. Air traffic control is not getting paid. The air traffic control technicians are not getting paid. They haven't gotten paid in 4 weeks. So what the airlines has been doing is giving them food to keep them to stay. This is messed up, man.
Democrats are holding firm in their health care demands.
Republicans prefer to shut the government down over working with Democrats to extend the ACA tax credits.
Meanwhile, as food banks assist some federal workers, they're also preparing for a surge in demand. The USDA says it will not distribute SNAP benefits on November 1st, which could impact roughly 40 million people.
40
the Trump
million
administration
people.
does not plan to use a SNAP contingency fund, which holds between $5 and $6 billion.
The administration's decision to let SNAP freeze is callous, is cynical, and entirely unnecessary.
The best way for SNAP benefits to be paid on time is for the Democrats to end their shutdown.
Now, in a memo, the USDA says it can only use the contingency fund for unforeseen events like natural disasters. It says, therefore, the government shutdown does not qualify. David?
So, Kristen, will lawmakers try to keep food assistance programs funded during the shutdown?
So right now that's unclear. So legislation has been introduced to do that, but right now it's unclear if Senate Majority Leader John Thune is willing to put any...
Yep. So you have a lot of people who's not going to have nothing to eat on Thanksgiving. I hope so too, bro. I hope so too. I got this last one I want to show you guys. Stay with me, guys. I'm giving y'all some important information.
As a government.
Listen to this brother. Now, this is sad. This is really sad. This guy, he got a government, he lived in Florida. I'm going to tell you this story. He lived in Florida, and he got a deal for a government contract in Virginia. His business, that's how he made his money. Government shutdown, destroyed. He lost everything. He lost his business. He lost everything.
I mean, literally all this, and I had uprooted my family for this. For what? For what? just like, it's not really just about like politics, because this is people. It's people. This is probably the most personal video I've ever made. So I lost my company and I lost my job as a government contractor due to the government shutdown. I relocated my entire family from Florida to Northern Virginia, where all the government jobs are at, based on promises that turn out to be lies. And what I mean by losing my company is because with my company, it was focused on veterans. It's HeroHireSolutions.com, and that's where I build resumes for veterans. I teach them how to job search. I show them how to do.
So he relocated his whole entire family. Now he doesn't know what he's going to do. And that's why I bring you guys the economic collapse every week, to prepare you of when these times come. Okay? But this guy lost his whole entire business because the government shut down. And we don't know how long this government shutdown is going to last. So, okay, that's really sad this happened to him. And this is affecting millions of people, guys. They don't know what to do. You got over 40 million people is not going to have a Thanksgiving this year because SNAP is going to be closed. Well, SNAP is not going to be, they're not going to send out no payments, no credits to people that used to get SNAP. And then one thing you need to understand is too, when the government actually opens, will it be the same again? We don't know. Okay, all right, guys, I'm gonna get off this live. I hope you guys learned something from this live. I hope I was able to tell you something. And please make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. And I will see you all on the next live. Peace. Take care, everyone.